Hello, my name is Dorothy Chia and you're watching Dorothychiapiano, where I talk about all things piano teaching and piano learning. Today we're going to talk about phrasing. In my book, Piano Pedagogy, the questions and the answers, I asked the question under the chapter of expression. Let me turn to it now. Question number 6. How do you teach phrasing? Now the good thing about this piano pedagogy book is that it's written in a workbook style, and it allows piano teachers to ponder on these questions and to address them in their own teaching and to examine how to teach more effectively as well as more pedagogically sound. So how do you teach phrasing? I remember when I was a student, in the Red John Thompson book, this one is my first, the modern course for piano, the first grade. There are some old-fashioned photos on page, in my book is page 16, where it goes through a frame-by-frame shot on how to execute a phrase. And phrasing basically means that it lets the music breathe. It's a musical sentence. So at the start, there is a drop. And then in the middle, there is a forward pull in the phrase. There's a musical push to that phrase, to the heart of the phrase. Then there is a decay where you then lift off and let the music breathe. I find that a lot of teachers talk about phrasing, but do not teach phrasing. Let's go through phrasing in a piece of music, and I'm going to demonstrate it on Chopin Nocturne, Opus 9 number 1. I'm going to play just a segment. And that's the first 8 bars. Let's talk about the start of the phrase. So the start of the phrase requires a free drop of the hand into the keys. It is not forceful, it's just using the weight of your hand. Okay, and if done correctly, you will hear that the sound should have a ting to it and it rings. All right? Ideally, you breathe along with your phrase. So pull up, breathe, and then drop the sound. Now, after you drop the sound, remember, there is the push of the melody into the heart of the phrase. So drop, and then I move. Okay, to me, the heart of the phrase is the 4th F that I am playing here. So here, when I go F, 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 the 4th F, I do a slight rubato on that sound to show that that is the center of the phrase, and then I start to pull back. Now, watch how I lift off. So on the B flat, pull weight up. So at the moment that I lift up, I let it drop onto the start of the next phrase. Okay, and so forth. So there are 3 steps where I breathe, drop into the keys, the start of the phrase. The middle of the phrase, I push the phrase and find out where is the center of the phrase, the heart of the phrase. That's what I would call it. And then pull back the decay. And then gradually lift off. Common mistakes include hitting. So instead of letting it drop, some students rely on hitting. So you hear a very harsh start of the phrase. Another common mistake is creating a staccato when they lift up their finger. Now this is not ideal because it will then sound like your music is having little hiccups along the way. So imagine where I lift off and I jerk the finger up. So it creates a little hiccup along the music, and that's not ideal, especially for a very expressive and cantabile piece. I hope that has been helpful, and you can examine more questions on teaching in my book, The Piano Pedagogy, the questions. And here we talk about almost all aspects of piano teaching, all the skills that students acquire. So it's good for piano teachers, whether you're a newbie or you are a veteran in the field of piano teaching. It's a handy book to have in your resource library. And the good thing about this is that it is also bundled with the answers, where I give my own personal take on each of these questions. So I will provide a link below on where you can buy this book. So till the next week, I hope this has been helpful. Do share with me what other teaching points you would like to learn more about, and I hope that I can address them at some point during the course of these short videos. So till the next week, bye bye.